One biggest tip I can give as an amateur is any gig you get, any small job, you have to work twice harder because you need this company to be impressed and they will recommend you to others. So even if you're getting like $100, it doesn't mean you work for like 5 or 6 hours. Work 20 hours. This is your beginning, so you have to make a huge impact. Well, I never knew concept art existed in the first place for a very, very long time. So I was just doing art for the sake of art. And at one point, all the digital art stuff started in grade 7. I met this guy who was working on the computer. He was just making his name all fancy with Photoshop. And that was Denzel. And I'm like, okay, what are you working on? And he told me, oh, I'm doing digital art. And this thing that exists, I never knew. It was just, so from then onwards, I started working more with what he's doing and continued art, and eventually I found this guy named Feng Zhu. He is a very, very good concept artist, and he makes videos on YouTube. Watching his videos, I knew like, okay, that is what I have to get into, concept art. I have to, as an artist, be able to match any style I'm given, basically. Like the current game I'm working on, making illustrations for, they have a certain style I must adhere to. And while working for the Elder Scrolls, I had to make much more realistic stuff, much more texturing and everything. So I have to be able to go from anything from indie games to semi-realistic to full-on realistic. Because I'm still studying, I don't have a process that I enjoy fully yet, but my most common process is to, like any other artist, first do a lot of research and find reference images because we need to have some visual library to use. And after that, using the description of wherever I have been given, I'll come up with thumbnails. After thumbnails, I'll present it to my client, and my client will pick one of the best ones they like, and I make iterations, then color iterations, and finally start rendering. I usually do everything in black and white and present them in color final. I would say about last year I got this opportunity through my mentor, which is Anthony Jones, and he worked for Blizzard and he owns his own company currently. So I took his mentorship, and through him I made connections within a company called Burning Games, and they hired me to make an illustration as a trainee. And with this opportunity I managed to impress them. They liked my work and they decided to hire me again this year, which I'm doing more illustrations for their expansion. Yeah, the biggest thing within our industry is connection making with any industry, really. But for us, it's very, very crucial. It's what brings you the jobs. So, have you heard of Schoolism? Schoolism Lab. Basically, it's an online school, and what they did was they started to bring in professionals to Toronto at a special expo. And these professionals do a talk, and after that you have some reception, like after party, where you can talk to them, show your work, and make connections with every student there that came to see these guys. So social events like that is a good way to get your name around. Like I mentioned earlier about Schoolism Live, it's one of the most inspiring events I've been to, and it was the first one. And through there I saw wonderful professionals, some of the legends like Craig Mullins, and it inspired me to be like, wow, events like this should happen more often. In Toronto we only have that, basically. So my friend and I thought about that, my friend Denzel, but we never really planned on making this happen. Later on, when we were speaking with Anthony Jones and his co-worker Kaylin, they just sparked the idea of like, hey, if you guys want us to come and talk, just give us burritos. So like, okay, it takes a burrito to make this event happen. So we decided like, this is wonderful, we can do it, and we gathered around some more artists and professionals like Dan Luisi and John Polidora and Kaylin Chalk. There's a whole list I can go through. And basically they all agreed to do it, and it was amazing, it was inspiring. So then and I worked hard to find venues and start researching more about businesses and opening up your own corporation. And so far it hasn't been just a burrito. It's a burrito of contracts, basically. But so we are in the process of finalizing the event, and it's supposed to happen soon. It will happen September 3rd and 4th. And we have our venue, we have our artists, and all that we have to do is get advertising and start selling tickets.